Welcome back to Hollywood Bulletin. Today we take a deep dive into the life of Danny the Count Koker, the man who turned car customization into a worldwide phenomenon and gave us one of the most beloved reality shows of the last decade. If you love classic cars, motorcycles, and the golden age of reality TV, this story is going to keep you hooked until the very end. So stay with us. Danny Koker wasn't born a star, but his journey is the kind of American dream story that mixes grit, passion, and setbacks with unbelievable triumphs. Born in Cleveland, Ohio in 1964, young Danny grew up surrounded by the sound of engines and the gleam of chrome because his father worked at Ford. Like many boys, he loved toys, but for him, the real toys were cars. And his father recognized that spark early. He gave Danny a cruiser, and from that moment, the boy was hooked. He started taking cars apart just to see how they worked, learning by getting his hands dirty. And before long, he could rebuild what most folks thought was ready for the junkyard. His education may have been basic, but the garage was his classroom and grease was his ink. And it all shaped him into the master mechanic and customizer we came to know. But Danny's story isn't just about cars, it's also about music. Because just like his dad, he had rhythm in his blood. His father sang and played with big gospel names, and Danny followed right along, performing at Carnegie Hall when he was only 11 years old, proving that his talents stretched far beyond wrenches and paint. By the time he moved to Las Vegas, his family had even branched out into television, and Danny himself became Count Cool Rider, hosting late-night horror flicks in full Gothic style. This larger-than-life persona laid the groundwork for what would come later. When he wasn't entertaining, he was building. He took his first car, a '79 Camaro Z28, stripped it down, rebuilt it, and transformed it into something unique. A street-style race car that proved he could make magic out of metal. That project pushed him into a full-time career, and Count's Customs was born. Tourists, celebrities, and locals all came to his shop, and word of mouth made him a legend in the Vegas car scene. His big break came through his friendship with Rick Harrison of Pawn Stars. Rick often called on Danny to appraise cars, and when the History Channel looked for spin-offs, Danny was the obvious choice. Counting Cars hit the airwaves in 2012, and what a ride it was. Fans couldn't get enough of his bandana, tattoos, beard, and larger-than-life energy as he and his crew restored and reinvented everything from rusted classics to one-of-a-kind choppers. The show ran for 10 seasons and nearly 200 episodes, making Danny a household name. His reputation drew in rock legends like Alice Cooper, Tommy Lee, Dee Snider, and even Ozzy Osbourne, who trusted Danny to build their dream rides. Business boomed. His Las Vegas bar and rock club Count's Vamped took off, and he even reignited his love of music with his band, Count 77, which became a hit in its own right. But not everything was smooth on the road. Danny faced lawsuits, a stint in jail tied to a shocking drug issue, and swirling rumors about his marriage and health. For a man who had become a symbol of cool confidence, these struggles hit hard, and fans were shaken. Yet Danny faced his demons head-on, committed to sobriety, rebuilt his reputation, and kept his businesses thriving. Through it all, his wife Corey stood by him, running much of the behind-the-scenes work. And together, they built a legacy in Las Vegas that remains strong today. Even though Counting Cars ended in 2021, Danny didn't vanish. He still runs Count's Customs, where fans can tour the shop and even visit a museum showcasing the show's greatest builds. He keeps playing music, still performs with his band, and continues to live life on his own terms. With an estimated net worth of $4 million, over 100 personal cars and motorcycles, and a reputation that connects him to both rock and automotive royalty, Danny Koker is still very much a living legend. His story is one of resilience, proving that even when the road gets rough, you keep driving forward. fueled by passion and determination. And that is why Danny the Count Koker will always be remembered not just as a TV star, but as a man who turned his dreams into reality and inspired countless fans to chase their own. If you enjoyed this look into the untold story of Danny Koker, make sure you subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin, hit that bell icon, and stay tuned for more stories of Hollywood and TV legends that you won't hear anywhere else.